Here's why. Your 5 a.m. routine keeps failing, and it's not your fault. Want to wake up at 5 a.m. and actually stick to it? Not just for a day or a week, but for life? You've heard it all before. Winners rise early. Own your morning, own your day. But let's be real. Waking up at 5 a.m. and not crashing by noon, or turning into a coffee zombie, isn't as easy as it sounds. This video isn't about forcing hustle or toxic routines. It's about rewiring your sleep, dopamine, and habits, so you wake up early without burnout and actually feel alive. But there's one brutal truth. Nobody tells you about 5 a.m. wake-ups, and it could ruin your momentum. 90% of people who wake up at 5 a.m. quit within 2 weeks. Here's the 10% secret. Let's bust a myth. Waking up at 5 a.m. won't change your life if your sleep is trash, your body is fried, or your reason is just social media cloud. You see these "I wake up at 4:59 a.m." montages online, but they never show the part where your brain hits a wall by 2 p.m. or you binge Netflix at night and spiral. Real success isn't about waking up early. It's about waking up right. So how do you reprogram your mind and body to want to wake up early, naturally? Like this video if you've ever tried the 5 a.m. challenge and failed. Don't worry, we've all been there. It all starts the night before. Your brain runs on dopamine cycles, not alarms. Every mindless scroll, every late night loop through social media, that's not just passing time. It's draining tomorrow's energy before it even begins. To wake up refreshed, start by guarding dopamine after 8 p.m. Dim your lights. No screens. Read something light. Slow your system down. Want your brain to love 5 a.m.? Make 9:30 p.m. the new 10:30. But how do you fall asleep faster? Especially when your brain won't shut up. Comment your current bedtime and whether it's helping or hurting your mornings. Here's the framework. The Sleep to Rise system. 1. Start a wind-down trigger, lights dimmed, teeth brushed. 2. Journal 3 things you're grateful for, plus 1 tomorrow's goal. 3. Sleep in total darkness. No blue lights. No distractions. 4. Aim for 90-minute cycles. Go to bed, so you get at least 7.5 hours. You can't cheat biology. Now let's crack the hardest part. How do you actually get out of bed at 5 a.m. without snoozing 3 times? If you're liking this breakdown so far, hit that subscribe button. We're just warming up. Here's the Anti-Snooze Protocol. Place your phone or alarm across the room. When it rings, get up and walk to it immediately. Go straight to the bathroom. Splash cold water. Turn on bright light. Now do one simple action. 5 push-ups or step outside for 10 seconds. Why? You're giving your body a dopamine hit, plus cortisol spike to signal wake mode. But what if you wake up and feel empty? No motivation? No direction? Hit that like button. If your snooze button is your biggest enemy. Quick check-in. Are you still with me? If you've made it this far, you're serious about leveling up. So let's make this real. Comment. My 5 a.m. era starts now. Smash like if you're ready to break the snooze cycle. Share this with a friend who keeps saying tomorrow I'll start. Because doing it together doubles your odds. Now, let's build your dopamine ritual. Waking up early without a plan is like opening Netflix with no idea what to watch. Your brain needs a reason to rise. Let's build a 5 a.m. ritual that gives you instant dopamine, clarity, and momentum. Light tea or lemon water. Journaling or gratitude practice. 5-minute stretch or walk. 20 minutes of deep work on something you love. Make your morning rewarding, not punishing. But how do you keep this going for weeks? Share your ideal morning ritual in the comments. You might inspire someone else to start. Habits don't stick with discipline alone. They stick with momentum loops. What's that? Set micro goals. Wake up 5 a.m. just 3 times a week to start. Celebrate small wins. Check it off. Reward yourself. Share it publicly. Tell a friend or comment here. The loop: action, reward, accountability equals habit lock-in. And what if you fail one day? If you're finding this helpful, share it with a friend who's struggling with mornings. Let's build this tribe. You're going to mess up. One night, you'll crash late, drained and done. You'll sleep through the alarm. You'll snooze again. And that little voice in your head, it'll whisper, "See, you're not built for this." But listen closely. That moment doesn't define you. Your reset does. When you slip, don't spiral. Instead, light a candle. Breathe deep. Tell yourself, "It's okay. I get to begin again." Then ask yourself, what threw me off? What do I need to protect tomorrow morning? And then, reset. With intention. With peace. With purpose. Because progress isn't born from perfection. It's born from the power to reset. So what happens after 30 days of consistent 5 a.m. mornings? Comment reset below if you've ever had to start over. Let's normalize bouncing back. Here's what starts to happen around day 30. You're no longer fighting the morning. You own it. Your thoughts are sharper. Your focus? Laser locked. That mental fog? Gone. And that feeling of always playing catch up? It flips. You stop chasing time and start leading it. That's when 5 a.m. doesn't feel like a punishment. It feels like home base. Not because you're forcing discipline, but because your mind, your habits, your rhythm, they're finally aligned. So no, this isn't about being extreme. It's about finally syncing your actions with your future self. And that starts with just one win tomorrow morning. Start small. Build smart. Reset fast. Repeat forever. If this woke something up in you, don't bounce. Drop a like. Comment your new ritual. And hit subscribe so you never lose this momentum. You're ready. You've got this. See you at 5.